as we are driving to the hotel, we thought we would go over some of the stuff from the trip till this point, which is Spokane to San Francisco. I don't remember anything about that flight. I think we slept through it.
Yeah, it was the one that we had better luggage, or not luggage.
We were premium economy.
They gave us better luggage that came out first when we got to San Francisco, which is nice. Got us out of the airport pretty quick.
Yeah, we did get out of the airport pretty quickly. And then we took the BART over to the Fairfield Inn and Suites where we used Bounce to store our bags.
Yeah,
that was super worthwhile, and it wasn't that difficult. With the big bags, it wasn't super pleasant going up the hill from the BART, but it was doable. But the drop-off was fast. They were very nice. And then we spent the day just kind of hanging around Pier 39. San Francisco, I think we saw some highs and lows in terms of humanity.
Yeah, they have some very downtrodden people.
They have some challenges. I wouldn't say it's the hellscape on Earth that conservatives say that it is.
Yeah, but when you have that density of humanity...
Most large towns have a homeless problem. And if they don't, it's because they are shipping them off to other cities. That's just a thing, unfortunately. We saw people legitimately doing drugs on the subway, which was surprising. But we also saw a kid drinking booze in Spokane on the bus, so that's just a thing. People are people, no matter where they are. Pier 39 was fun. It's really only good for a couple hours, so...
Very, 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 very touristy.
Yeah, it's it's the most touristy thing you can do in San Francisco, I think.
And that wasn't bad. I got to ride the trolley, and there's a thing for just doing the most
touristy thing in an area.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be there for a few hours.
Yeah, we were only there for
it's not like I'm going to go
3.5, 4 hours.
Some natural history or something.
We like the sea lions. I love sea lions.
Kept us entertained for a few hours, and it wasn't the main point. If we were going to San Francisco, we go to San Francisco. I don't know if we would have prioritized that for day one.
We would not have prioritized that for day one if we were actually doing San Francisco. But this was, we have a long layover, we need something just to grab lunch at and entertain us shortly. Which was pretty much perfect for what it was.
You and your bread.
So the waiter, I don't remember if I mentioned this before, we ordered 2 bread bowls, and Phil got, for some reason, a full side of garlic bread, because obviously you need bread with a side of bread.
I love bread.
And so he brought Phil's bread bowl, the garlic bread, and then he just put a small loaf of sourdough in front of me, and I was like, excuse me, what is this? And I was like, we ordered 2 bread bowls, and he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, when we ordered, we said 2 bread bowls. And he took it away and was kind of snippy. And then the bread bowls arrived, and they were pretty tasty. The clam chowder was good. The sourdough itself, maybe I just have never had proper sourdough, but it was too sour for me to enjoy, I think. What did you think, Phil?
At first it was, but then, I don't know. I always get used to sourdough.
The garlic bread was great dipped in it. That was probably the highlight.
That was sourdough garlic bread.
And then they waited forever. They gave us the tiniest water cups and never refilled them until we were almost done eating. So that was frustrating.
I was done eating by the time I got all the water.
It was like a Dixie cup size of water. It was very frustrating because it was very salty. But I think he just didn't like that we ordered the cheapest thing on the menu. But I mean,
dude,
you're a waiter. That's you.
And it's like, if he had just given us 2 bread bowls and the bread and the waters and refilled the waters, we would have turned that table quick.
Yeah. We waited longer because we needed water.
Yeah.
But anyway, so after that, we just kind of walked around, I was about to call it Pike Place, Pier 39 a little bit more.
It's definitely, Pike Place is locals go there too.
Yeah, no local is going to Pier 39. So we went back to the airport. We ended up taking the BART back to the hotel and then the hotel shuttle to the airport. We could have taken the BART back. We had literally exactly the right amount on our cards, plus 5 cents, but our feet were killing us because we wore our hiking boots on the plane. Pro tip, don't do that. Don't do that. It is dumb. And you'll jack up your feet for your first day of your trip. Then we headed off to the airport. So we got to the airport about 4 hours before our flight. And we were thinking, oh man, because we were turned away one time when we went to London when we tried to check in 4 hours early. Absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts. They were totally fine with us checking in then.
Yeah, we were checking in with other people on our flight.
Yeah. And so we asked how much the upgrades were, because I was like, well, maybe we've waited long enough and they have a bunch of empty seats. It was...
because other airlines, like, they punch it in and, like, the airlines will automatically calculate it and stuff. This dude pulled out a binder. Like, there's no...
It was like a school binder. It was cute.
Yeah, but it was just like, it's no... Like,
there's no fancy formula.
Yeah, it was just...
This is how much it costs.
Yeah.
So we ended up... It was $12.50 each for premium economy and $37.50 for business. And we said, heck no, because we can't afford that. And we just kind of hung out at the San Francisco airport. We enjoyed the outside lounge, which was incredible. It was cold, but it was so nice.
If you're in international...
Yeah, international G-gates, go to that outdoor area. They have chaise lounges. It's so ridiculously calming and beautiful.
God, look at that.
I know, I'm recording it. So, we got sushi, we got coffee, and we boarded the flight.
The sushi.
So, Air New Zealand, I've got to say, I was incredibly impressed.
Oh my gosh.
Very kind, nice service. The seats were very comfortable, and as two larger people, we had, in the very back of the economy seating, they have 3 rows of 2 seats. So incredibly comfortable.
Yeah, the same width as all the other ones. It's just, we didn't want a third person.
Yeah, there just isn't a third seat. So it's just as good as premium economy, only that just saved us $2,400. And so for dinner, when we fly, we tend to get one of each meal so we can try both of them. And we got the beef and the chicken. The chicken was decent, the beef was
I honestly don't like the beef.
Both came with potatoes. One was mashed and one was scalloped. Potatoes were both delicious. And we took Advil PM for the first time.
Mine came with peas.
Oh yeah, we did not share veggies because I hate peas.
Yeah, she had olives.
There were olives in the beef, and I hate olives.
And when I went to go grab a spoonful of olives, there was a single pea and an olive I didn't notice, and I was like, why is this? It's like, oh god.
So yeah, we took Advil PM, which hit me like a wrecking ball after we ate. And we slept for most of that 13 hours. We would wake up occasionally. Apparently Phil climbed over me to go to the bathroom at some point. I have no memory of that. I went to the bathroom a couple times. Watched a little Flight of the Conchords. Made it about 3/4 of the way through Extended Edition Fellowship. Because I just wanted to be fresh for going to Hobbiton. Because we're doing that tomorrow. And yeah, slept for a very, very long time. But like quality sleep. I'm used to plane sleeping where you feel like you've been run over. We woke up this morning and felt great.
Yeah, it's the most well rested I've ever been coming out of an airport.
Yeah.
Traveling internationally.
Especially with a 13-hour flight. There was no way that I was thinking that we would be like up and rearing to go.
Well, there was one point when I was like, woke up and I felt like I'd been asleep for hours, and it was like just over 5 hours. Or it was just under 6 hours. And I was like, oh, I've been asleep forever. We must be really close. And I look, and it was literally 20 minutes later, and I was like, this flight is never going to end.
Yeah, I had a couple of those where I would just like lift up the eye mask, and I'd be like, oh man, it has to have been a couple hours since the last time that I looked, and it was 20 minutes.
I slept a lot at the very end.
Yeah,
like
when you had the eye mask.
5 to nothing so fast.
So we landed. It really didn't take as long to deplane as I expected it to, being in like the 3rd to last row. We got off relatively quickly.
Yeah, we were in a rush. We knew we were going to take forever, so we just sat there. Like, we didn't even get up. Like, everyone else is getting up and stuff. It was like, eh.
Yeah. So immigration itself wasn't anything notable. We both made it through the E-gates, which was nice. Yeah, but then biosecurity took like 30-35 minutes. And I probably could have gotten away with nothing to declare, but we had taken our backpacks camping in Yellowstone before, and I was going to be honest about that because I'm an honest person. And who knows, maybe the border control person watches our YouTube channel and knows that we take our backpacks to Yellowstone. Yeah, it was very easy. Then we headed off. So the Auckland flooding happened this year in early January. Well, late January, early February. And it destroyed a lot of counters in the Auckland airport. So you have to take your baggage, they say it's a 5 to 10 minute walk. I'd say probably closer to the 10 side of it because of how bad my feet were hurting.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a bad walk.
The worst part, the Dunkin' got flooded and it was closed.
Yeah, Phil was very sad about that.
You know what I would have got? I would have got a Dunkin'. Oh.
We'll get it on the way back because we're in the Auckland airport for hours. It wasn't closed for the flooding. It was closed because it wasn't open yet.
No, there was a wall in front of it. It was with the rest of the flooding area.
Oh, R.I.P. Duncan. So, yeah, then we went over to the rental car, which it was pretty no muss, no fuss picking it up until we got to the rental car and there was a low tire pressure warning, which I know, I work in a dealership. I know that's not a big deal, but I just felt in my gut that if they were willing to put out a car that had a warning light on, then what else would they have missed? And with how much we're going to be driving on this trip, I wanted to feel very confident going into it.
Plus, if maybe they didn't miss it, when they put that car on the line, maybe the tire had enough air, which means that tire has a slow leak, which means you don't want to take it.
Yeah, same deal. Tomato, tomato, I just wanted to be super confident. And they happen to have the same car in the same color. And like I said earlier, this is the exact car that Mom and I had in Scotland, which is amazing on fuel mileage. It's the perfect size for 2 people. It fits 2 big suitcases, our camera bags, and everything we need. And we headed off. Our first stop was actually McDonald's, which is Macca's here. We had those breakfast sandwiches and some sodas, because we needed the caffeine. And then we went to the Kiwi House, which was super fun. I wish we'd had more time, but this is a smash and grab trip. Any thoughts from the Kiwi House?
Oh, we actually got to see the Kiwis.
Yeah, we saw both of the Kiwis, and they were very cute. Then we went over to Waitomo, which, gotta say, that boat ride is incredible. You've never seen anything like that before in your life, and I get why they don't let you do video. They say it's because it's sacred, and I'm sure there is some measure of that. I also think there's some measure of
no camera's gonna get it.
No camera's gonna get it. Some tourist is going to have their flash go off. And it's nice being in there with no one talking and just absorbing it. But on the second side of that, I really enjoyed being able to take photos in Ryokiri. I really liked Ryokiri as a cave too. It was a completely different experience than Waitomo.
I also liked our small tour group. The one after us was big too. Did you see that?
It was only 7. It was 2 more people than what we had. Yeah, there were only 5 people on our tour. She said that in the summers, the tours can get up to 16 people, which I think is too much.
They go every 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right now, they're only doing 3 tours a day.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, because there's a tour in front of us and a tour behind us.
Yeah, 3 tours a day.
What about, they don't have a morning tour?
No.
Wow. They probably have the Black Cave, whatever.
The water rafting one. Yeah, very full day. It's hard to believe that this is still day 1.
Yeah, it feels like a very long day for sure.
Well, it feels like one long day since we left home.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 minutes until the hotel. I don't know if I'll record in the grocery store or not. Sometimes I feel weird doing that. Sometimes I'm cool with it. Sorry, Tammy. Not as comfortable.
If it's crowded and stuff, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's like, other people.
But really, this is a recap / I'm just showing you the countryside because it's pretty. So I feel like this is a more interesting recap than just staring at us sitting on a couch.
Me being half asleep and you talking.
Yeah, because you can't be half asleep because you're driving right now. Big milk bottle of coffee stand over there. But yeah. Onwards and upwards. Also, just so you know, the trip song is Send Me On My Way, because when I put shuffle on my songs, that is what played first, so...
And because we hadn't listened to music at all. We were struggling to get not music to play. While
Yeah, didn't mention how much we wanted to kill the radio in this car, because we wanted the Apple CarPlay to work, so we were hearing the directions, but we couldn't figure out how to turn the radio off and just have the CarPlay. But eventually we figured it out to have music, and the first song that played was Send Me On My Way. Send me on my way, on my way, send me on my way, on my way.
See,
So it's got the right vibe for, like, you're just starting off on an epic road trip.
plus it was just, we had listened to music, and it woke me up, because I was like, not drowsy, but it was good.
It was invigorating.
That's exactly it. I was invigorated by that song.
Alright. So next stop is either Countdown or Packet Save. Packet Save is supposed to be cheaper. So I should probably navigate to that.
Okay.
Okay, bye.